Join me as I dive into the mythology and history of Mars, the Roman god of war, and try to uncover the most mind-blowing facts about him. Mars, often depicted as a muscular, armor-clad warrior, was one of the most revered gods in ancient Roman mythology, and his significance extended far beyond the battlefield. When thinking of Mars, many people immediately conjure up images of bloodshed, violence, and destruction. And yes, he was indeed associated with war and bloodlust. However, this simplistic view doesn't do justice to the complexities of his character. Mars was also revered for his role as a guardian, a protector of the state and its people. In fact, the Roman military would often pray to Mars before battle, seeking his protection and guidance as much as his ferocity. Mars was not just a god of war, but also a symbol of masculine power, vitality, and fertility. His connection to the natural world was reflected in the association with the wolf, a creature that embodied both ferocity and loyalty. This duality is what makes Mars so fascinating. He was both a force of nature, destructive and wild, and a guardian, wise and just. As we delve deeper into the myths surrounding Mars, we find that his character is often at odds with himself. His role as a protector of the state is precarious, as his love for battle and bloodshed can sometimes override his duty to protect. This internal conflict makes Mars a more nuanced and interesting figure, far more than a one-dimensional god of violence. Mars' origins are shrouded in mystery, with some myths tracing his birth back to the goddess Juno, while others claim he was born from the blood of the goddess Isis. Regardless of his true parentage, Mars was often depicted as a powerful, muscular figure, armed with a spear and wearing a helmet and armor. His attributes, such as his association with the wolf and the month of March, reflect his connection to the natural world and his role as a guardian. The rituals associated with Mars worship were often violent and bloody, involving animal sacrifices and, on occasion, even human sacrifice. However, these practices were not meant to glorify violence, but rather to appease the god and ensure his protection. Mars worship was also closely tied to the Roman military, with soldiers often dedicating their spoils to the god in exchange for his favor. Mars' relationships with other gods and heroes are equally fascinating. His affair with Venus, the goddess of love, produced a son, Cupid, and highlights the complexities of his character, a god of war who was also capable of love and passion. His interactions with other gods, such as Jupiter and Neptune, often revolved around his role as a guardian, with Mars serving as a mediator and peacemaker. One of the most captivating myths surrounding Mars revolves around his role in the story of Romulus and Remus, the legendary founders of Rome. According to legend, Mars intervened on behalf of his sons, Romulus and Remus, and protected them from death, ultimately leading to the founding of the city. This myth showcases Mars' dual nature as a protector and a destroyer, and highlights his role as a guardian of the Roman people. Mars' role in Roman mythology is multifaceted and complex, encompassing both violence and protection, destruction and creation. By exploring the many facets of his character, we can gain a deeper understanding of the Roman psyche and the role that mythology played in their society. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the world of Mars, the Roman god of war. If you have a favorite myth or story about Mars, be sure to comment below and let me know. And if you want to explore more Roman mythology, be sure to check out my other videos on the subject.